This one feels like it's going to explode. No, this is going to explode, you motherfucker. You guys put this in like a tape shaker or something.
Welcome back.
Welcome. This is the real Simon, not that fucking imposter and dickhead from last week. The bald cap.
I did see you around last week.
What's that say?
I did see you around last week.
Did or didn't?
I did in the gym.
Okay,
you were here. You were in the
No, this is the other. What's that? The teleporting or whatever.
That's
the shit
it, yeah,
that
the
you're on
jumper.
about?
The jumper.
I don't know where that came from, but anyway.
We got the real.
All bald people look the same.
Happy International Bald Beauty Day.
Yeah, actually,
I got that.
Did
you send that or did you send that to me?
I can't remember, but I sent it around.
I got sent to it by a few people.
Yeah.
Sign of things to come.
Happy International Beautiful Bald Day from the 3 boldest people here.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not.
Are you still on the powder?
No, I'm off the powder. I've gone natural today.
Just for
the trail of fucking black powder following around the gym. It says otherwise.
You know what the worst part was? When we were in Perth cutting weight, we just we made weight. Oh, we didn't cut weight in Perth, right? No, but
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we don't cut weight.
Yeah, so we woke up on weight. We were a bit sweaty, going from a jog or whatever we did.
So you woke up together and you're a bit sweaty.
Yeah. You should have seen what else we found. And Sarmad's a bit trained, right? But he's got the energy to go to the bathroom, get the powder on before the weigh-ins, powder his head. And at this stage, no one knew what it was. So me and Jack Goldie are looking at him like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, boys, I got something to tell you.
It's just a performance-enhancing supplement, that's all.
Yeah.
Help that fuck.
Got you. Do you shave down to fight?
Yeah.
You do as
neck
well?
down.
So you go neck down shave.
Powder on top.
Bit of
What
powder
I
on
shave in hair, I account for in powder.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you when the referees check for any gel, does it come up on that?
Yeah, his hands get a bit sticky.
They go to the
I just slip my 50 real quick. Just
yeah.
All right, look, we're here with the official 2-time once again. Let's
Yeah.
not forget.
What's up?
2 times hoping to be 3-time if Carlton win and make it to the
Oh, fuck. Let's not talk about that. That
Guys,
gives me crippling anxiety right now.
We're selling 2-time signed posters. The bidding has started at $200.
Hey, you bought that motherfucker. Who's it addressed to?
Rich, did you take that listing down off eBay?
No, someone bought it. I swear to God, yeah.
How much
Did
was
someone put it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because they messaged me, I want my gloves, motherfucker.
Did they really?
Is that these ones?
Yeah. Well, 99 cents for a pair of
Ethan
gloves.
bought them.
Ethan
How much was
from
it?
the
Oh,
God, yeah.
I haven't responded to him. I got to respond.
Ethan, come collect your gloves.
You got to donate that money, and I want the receipts.
the 99 cents. Yeah.
I'm suing for
Did we
fraud.
start opening bids at 99?
world.
Or-
Yeah, that was the opening bid and it got up, so.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go.
Yeah. What's
Changing the world one demolition title at a time.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we need to address Paul Jack's not here at the moment.
Yeah.
So we can cover off that one. Obviously, Jack was having a really good fight last week up on the UFC,
really
and then
say
he
he
was
was
looking
probably-
really good.
He was probably up. I think both rounds.
Yeah, definitely the first, and then the second, not a much was.
Oh,
but
shit.
Yeah.
They've all been tampered with.
Yeah. So really unfortunate. Just a very small mistake on the posting. Probably 99 times out of 100, that's fine. But yeah. So
You always do that kind of thing in training, and you're like, fuck, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
But you always get away with it.
Yeah, it's so hard in the spur of the moment too, under so much pressure. Like obviously fighting in front of such a big crowd.
Well, I think it's also he was starting to get quite relaxed because I think he thought it was going in the right direction.
He'd found his pace for sure, and it is it's a super weird takedown because not many people will.
Yeah, it was sort of off the overhook. Well, he had the body lock, and then he kind of. I think Jack was in that. Jack had a full body lock, and then
He had the overhook and stepped
sort
through.
of tried to do like a sort of modified Haragoshi kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
It actually looked like the
it looked like Jack was going
I
to.
thought the Whizzer.
Had hurt his other shoulder.
I thought that shoulder, and the way he went flat, I thought the Whizzer shoulder was
is
the
that
one
what
that went.
commentary said as well?
I'm not sure.
I think when you sort of say, look on my angle, I couldn't actually tell what had happened because you kind of the height.
You're just there.
And
Yeah.
I just couldn't sort of couldn't sort of see. So I thought at first maybe hit his head on the canvas.
That's what I thought, because I was watching it without the commentary and and obviously no sound too.
Yeah.
And like as soon as he hit the deck, he just like
laid there.
So I was like, oh shit, I hope he didn't hit his head. But nevertheless, not a good outcome for Jack. But hopefully
doesn't lose any stock from that.
I don't think so. I think if anything, he still gains his stock. I mean, in just his third fight in the UFC, he showed. I feel like every fight in the UFC, Jack's showing, like, getting closer and closer to showing that, like, his technical prowess.
Yeah.
And I reckon that was one of the fights where he was really...
Well, he was looking... The first round was real fantastic. I didn't have much feedback or much to even tell him.
It was...
Like, I was kind of like, it's pretty good. You could probably put a couple... I thought a couple of times he could have thrown a 2 on the end of a combo and hit him like another time, or, you know, a few real small things, but it was pretty...
I think, his shot selection was really good. He hit him with a left body kick that I found. I actually called that week before on the podcast, and I reckon if he kept going to that, which it looked like he was.
But he'd already banged up his front leg. Chepo doesn't normally go southpaw. He went southpaw.
And then he
banged up. And he doesn't know how to check from south. You knew as soon as he hit the leg, he didn't really look like he knew how to check from southpaw. So he banged up that one. Then you could tell he didn't know where to go, and that's when he started to really push the
pace.
The grapple. Oh yeah, he tried to grab hold of him.
Yeah.
And then, I think that was, obviously we're all biased heavily towards Jack, but that was probably his best I've seen him on the UFC shows. That first round. The way he was,
he's pretty good against Don as well.
Not that he looked bad against Don.
He looks great against every fight, but I feel like every fight you see his like.
Jamal was a very high level opponent.
That guy was. He beat. Was it Sandhagen a couple of years ago? Yeah.
But he beat that 27-0 Russian going into the fight before Jack, and then he had that split. Oh, he lost to Sabatini, but he dropped Sabatini already and sort of jumped on to finish and went back for a toe hold, and then got heel hooked. So that was just a fight that he probably should have won from that position 99 times out of 100. Just made a tactical mistake. But it was obviously pretty tough, and Jack will be out for a little while. But
no doubt he'll be back better from this. He'll probably find a way to get some positives out of it.
Yeah. Jack's like ultimate optimist, and like he was obviously really upset in the Sunday, but the Monday it's like, oh well, it is what it he took it pretty well.
His spirits behind the gym, so hopefully he'll get a few quick turnaround bets over Spring Carnival season, and
this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be happy.
I did speak to him twice, and on both occasions he was going, my KFC's arriving, so he could be
come back a lot.
I reckon it might be Becky. And so what do you guys think of the main event?
Sick.
Unreal.
Awesome to watch. I got a lot of people do slag on Izzy.
Yeah.
I fucking like Izzy a lot.
Yeah,
but seeing Sean do what he did, I think was just...
No discredit.
Awesome.
No discredit to Sean at all, because I definitely feel like who actually said this? Pereira made a video saying styles make fights, and obviously Izzy met his match in the style that obviously disadvantages him the most. But I also feel like Izzy didn't look like himself from the actual weigh-in.
Yeah,
he looked real gaunt and a lot more drained than usual.
Yeah.
And then going into the fight, he was sort of a little bit more tentative. But,
it's also, I think, a lot of times what people let you do, or, you know what I mean? Is he someone that really likes distance and the feint game at long range? Whereas Sean just and he can't, I'm just going to walk it.
He can't get off those kicks that he likes to, that front stabbing kick and the...
Sean was landing that. The left. Yeah. It was literally a jab across and a left heat all fight. Didn't throw anything else.
It's funny enough because people are I thought probably Izzy was going to win, but I thought it was really. But I was like, at $6 or whatever it was paying, I was like, "Fuck, that was good value."
Do you think that was? You see, I was.
See, I obviously can't. I'm not allowed to bet on the UFC, but I was telling people, "Fucking values on that."
I was looking at it the other way. I was trying to sit there and picture how Sean wins. And I haven't watched a lot of his catalogue, probably just the last few fights.
How Sean wins was exactly
how, I just couldn't. Even in the 5th round, I'm like, fuck, man, he's just going to...
Yeah.
Izzy's just going to... Or even in the last 20 seconds when Sean realised what he'd done and he's like, come on. Yeah. And then he just fucking clips you with, it's a game of inches.
But if you're constantly in the back foot, it's hard.
It's hard to, mount any attack, right? Yeah. I also feel like every... sort of like a every dog has their day kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can only remain on top and have everything go right in your camp for such an amount of time.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to fall off.
Yeah.
Now, whether Izzy comes back from this, or that's the end of his era.
Yeah.
I was actually
I
saying
think
a
that's
similar,
how old is he? He's not that
He's
old.
32.
but I don't know.
Got a
Speaking
few
to
miles
you,
on him.
he's been
Yeah.
champ for 5 years. What are we? 2023, 2018.
Yeah.
He's been champ for 5 years now. If you look at like Usman, GSP,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone stays champ apart from Anderson for more than 5. No one really stays
JJ.
on top.
JJ, baby. John Jones.
Yeah.
That's different.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
But no one really stays there for more than 5 years.
Yeah.
And he's been fighting every 3 months since he made his title run.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous to maintain that workload and stay
Yeah.
on top for that long.
I also wonder if the formula was there. I mean, like Pereira went in and beat him. Was probably outside of obviously Jan, which was a different type of fight. But Pereira went in his weight division and beat him. I would say obviously Pereira was losing that fight, but he smothered him the same way.
Yeah.
And then eventually got the shot that
Yeah.
put him down. And Strickland did a bit of his camp with Pereira.
Man, have you
A lot
seen
of his
those
camp
the
was
two of them together? How big Pierre?
Yeah,
he's a
it's
huge
unreal.
man.
Even against his last who did he fight?
Jan.
Yeah,
Look normal.
he looked bigger than Jan.
Yeah.
He had size on Jan.
You know what's fucking crazy? So Pereira, obviously the whole Pereira Izzy thing everyone knows about. Pereira beats Sean. Pereira beats Jan. Sean and Jan both beat Izzy.
What's that? So again,
MMA
say
math.
again, say.
MMA math. So,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah,
thing about
yeah.
he's gone and beaten Sean,
Yeah.
who beat Izzy. He's gone and beaten Jan, who beat Izzy.
Yeah.
It's crazy what he's done in such a short amount of time
Yeah.
in MMA, in the UFC.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be so outlandish to say that he could probably get to the top of the light heavyweight division and then hold that down for a little while.
Pierre.
Pereira,
Yeah, it
yeah.
depends on what
Fighting?
John Jones does, whether he drops back.
I don't
That's
think,
true.
I don't think Jones
He's
can
probably
drop back
so
down.
big, right?
It took him 3-4 years to put up, he was just powerlifting and putting heaps of muscle on.
He might even retire after this next fight. Who's he fighting?
But he only weighed in at like 240.
He just visibly looks.
He was fat.
He's got a bit of a DC thing going on now.
Yeah.
Seeing DC in person, I want to actually say it's very careful.
I'll say it. But
He's a big man. DC.
yeah.
Did you
But not
hear
just
like
that,
what
his
James
wrist-
and Connor played?
Yeah.
It was like literally played golf with him and Gaethje. It was pretty funny.
It's
Apparently
I don't
they
know.
were apparently it was fun. For the short time he lasted.
It was
apparently
it was just really funny to hear the fight commentary that they said, Jack's his competitor and stuff like that because
like shit on the golf course.
No, they said, because apparently, he really rates himself and really is confident with his golf when he really shouldn't be because he's a terrible golfer. That was what DC said on the commentary, which was pretty funny to hear.
Did you hear the final numbers on that game with DC, James, and?
Oh, they only got through 6 holes or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He got washed out.
Oh, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. But anyway. Oh, and Kevin Jasay made his debut on the card.
Looked unreal.
Yeah, real
Really
good.
Good
It's a
stylistic.
good scalp, I think.
Yeah.
Kiefer Crosby for a first fight.
Yeah.
because he's pretty well known around the Europe scene.
Yeah.
Calling out
Ian Gary.
Why not?
Did he actually call him out, or did
Yeah,
that
he
happen
did.
from the?
Said Ian
Straight
Gary,
away.
you can't find a fight. I'm your fight.
Yeah.
Run through the Irishman?
Yeah.
Fuck, it would be. Get yourself a name pretty quick.
Yeah.
Imagine
And
if he beats Ian.
you don't lose. You lose to Ian,
No stocks lost.
Yeah.
but that's probably why the UFC wouldn't give him to him because it's like a
Or do they maybe try and
fast track. Kevin.
fast track him? Like he's just come in, finished Kiefer in the first round in like how many seconds? A minute. Sorry.
Oh, that was 4 minutes and 40.
Oh, was it 4 minutes? Oh,
It was
okay.
like
it was
4:53.
4:53.
Because when he took him down, it was 18 seconds to go.
Okay.
10
And I
seconds,
was
10
like-
seconds left on the.
I was like, so 10 seconds.
Yeah.
He got the back and took the neck in 8 seconds. I actually, I thought, to be honest, he might be able to tough.
He
fight
got
it
up
off
in
a little bit more. Like,
Well, he didn't really. Either he didn't know what was happening, or he's just like, "Fuck it, I'm done."
Unless he didn't know how close Kev was to him, which doesn't
Maybe,
make sense
yeah.
because
Or-
if you're grappling, he's on you.
Maybe
right
he
on
thought. Maybe he thought I'm going to ride this out. He's going to ground and pound me or whatever. I don't know.
yeah.
you. See, Connor tweeted at him afterwards.
Like,
At Kev.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
really?
to say. Oh yeah, I
you
heard,
see
and he
that?
went
I
back
didn't
at
see
Connor.
that.
Yeah.
No. So like Connor said like something
Can you get a
along
tweet up,
the
Joshy?
yeah. Yeah, but basically Connor said, "Oh, Kiefer
Would kill you.
kill you if you had a full camp, 2 weeks notice, blah blah blah." But Kev obviously had 2 weeks notice as well. And I think Kevin said 2 weeks notice and pretty much went back at Connor. So like he's not short of confidence, Kev.
This is it makes for a good athlete. Imagine if Kev beats in,
Calls out Connor.
at welterweight.
And then just done. Beat 3 Irishmen.
3 Irishmen.
Make it bank.
But I tell you what though, unless they can work some magic with your contract, would you want those 3 fights on the base contract? Even Gary.
Yeah. Imagine Connor making like what, 800K and you making 50.
25.
Connor would make 800K. Connor would make like fucking 5 or 10 million, and you'd be on like 12 or 14. You'd be like,
Obviously a bit off topic, but what are the odds on Connor actually making a comeback?
He's still not cleared through
USADA.
USADA. So I don't know what state commission's going to let him fight. But I reckon...
how are you Googling this, Josh? I'm curious to see your
Couldn't
efficiency.
find his.
All right.
I
I can argue.
I don't know, maybe that they're going to send it through Yaz
just
Island
looking.
or something.
Yeah.
Like they pulled some dodgy stuff off with COVID. I'm sure
Yeah.
they can get around this.
And Connor's got the money. UFC got the money, but Connor's also
got the money, so
do
he
whatever
can
the fuck
probably...
he wants, as he's clearly been showing over the past.
Yeah.
Um,
Look at this. What's been happening around the gym? What is there
there's
something?
been heaps happening around.
Is there anything
Firstly,
particular?
The vibe's been.
The vibe's been good. The vibe's been very high.
Credit to Josh.
Credit
You
to
don't
Josh.
get enough credit, Ritz.
Yeah,
You've been
honestly,
doing some
Ritzy's been getting around, getting some real good content out there.
You become a bit too sneaky with the camera because you've caught some shit that
By
you
the way,
shouldn't be
that
catching.
legitimately, I did not know the camera was rolling when I had a crack at you with the donut. that footage that came out this
That's
week.
an insight to how Simo treats all of us on a daily basis.
And that's just the published footage.
Imagine what happens behind
I'm pretty
closed
sure
doors.
I said more after that, didn't I? Yeah.
Cut that out. Well, there's also a rumor that there was more footage from last week.
Yeah, I've heard this. I am actually curious.
Not
to see.
only a rumor, some would say a full-blown documentary, but that's
Yeah.
that's just what I've heard. I had no involvement. I wasn't at the gym last
So
Friday
did you
night.
pretty much just put a ball cap on and scream at people around the gym? Is that what you
More
did?
or less.
Yeah.
Wait. What did you do that, Sarmad?
I didn't do it at all, actually. I finished up, I clocked off at 5 o'clock, went and got ready for sparring. What happened after that was not
So
up
you're
to
saying there's another culprit involved?
There's another culprit, but
Sam Miles.
hey,
I wasn't here. I was watching the footy.
I was too busy sparring.
Oh,
I'm
so
not
you've got to
actually
rub
sure.
that
Honestly,
in now as well.
Pardon?
No, so you've got to
Honestly,
rub that
Simon-
in now as well, the footy.
Oh yeah.
that was
I thought that's why you'd not...
The
weekend.
worst part of the UFC weekend was like, I wanted to rub it into Simo about the Blues beating the Swans, and I'm just going to wait for Jack to fight because obviously, what happened. I'm like, fuck, I can't even say anything to Simo about the bags. But here it is.
a week later.
Go
I think-
Baggers.
Yeah, it's tasteful. Hopefully the Baggers get up tonight.
If we make a prelim, I don't know where I'm going with this, but
What are you going to do?
whatever you want.
Why don't you just go to the gay places straight away?
You went gay.
What's that?
You went sexual. That wasn't sexual.
The way you looked at him.
No,
went,
no.
I'll do anything. And then you touch him again.
Simo, come on.
You have a
Not
strange
with that pink t-shirt, and I've seen the pink matching shorts.
This is purple.
All right. Another thing that's happened
It was
around
a
the
bit
gym,
low,
obviously mine and Simo's 6 rounds of grappling last week.
That's on Tuesday.
Oh, it's on Tuesday, sorry.
You've tried
It's really suppressed.
disassociate
Yeah,
from
it's really suppressed deep down in my psyche. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see myself being able to help Simo out for his grappling, for his fusion grappling match coming up. You know,
Yeah, it was
giving him
great.
some hard
Great
rounds.
rounds.
Yeah.
It was like a father beating on his child.
I was actually a little bit. I wasn't
Stop
even
hitting
hitting
yourself.
him.
Stop hitting yourself.
I actually got demoted to this a child's belt under 16.
yeah.
A green belt? No, not a green belt.
green's high, bro,
Green's
isn't it?
high. Yeah, I'd be like orange. No, it's like white with like a grey stripe.
I did laugh at the when you guys were taking the piss out of me. The reckon I can still make him hit himself. Or whatever. And I'm like, do I actually say that?
He actually grabs my hand. And he goes to hit me. He's like,
I can't do that. But then I grabbed your knee instead. And when I grabbed it and made your knee yourself, I'm like, haven't said that before, have I?
That's actually also been done on last week's footage.
Was that the grabbing the knee and making someone knee themselves?
No, that
I've
happened.
never seen you do that.
No, that was
He did last week.
Yeah, but bro, doing it to you is like,
Yeah.
Come on, bro. What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
oh shit. Huge.
So, how do you feel about your Fusion grappling match coming up?
I haven't really felt anything. To be honest, like, I shouldn't say, but yeah, I haven't been doing it. The grappling. You were the extent of my training at this stage.
So pretty hard training.
No, I've actually been hitting the treadmill and the bike to get my fat ass down.
You actually look like you have lost weight.
A little bit, but
I was.
Stop trying to save yourself.
No, seriously, I was taunting you last week, but I was being serious. You actually look like you lost a little weight.
But yeah, so it's a little bit more focused on that. I might duck over. I'm probably going to go over to Thailand for like 10, 12 days and just
Go do a Thai camp for a tradition.
go do 6 hours of Thai boxing a day to lose weight and then
Get some grappling
come back
rounds
and then
with bung.
yeah, that's it.
Bung might be.
Shout out bung.
Yeah.
We got the
Punjabi
huge
Prince.
fights this weekend.
Yes.
Jack Dalla we can talk about later, but the Punjabi Prince.
Yes.
Oh, God.
AJ.
Before you continue, I've got to play you a video, Simon in particular, from the great man himself.
Is this from AJ?
Oh God.
Oh,
Yes.
This is the best weight cut I have done with Coach Seamus. Yeah, thank you very much.
without Simon.
Did he say without Simon? I didn't understand it.
This is the best weight cut I have done with Coach Seamus. Yeah, thank you very much.
Coach Seamus.
With
No,
Coach
good
Simon.
Seamus.
I don't know what he was
Seamus.
saying.
The best was when
AJ, that's only your second weight cut, you tool.
we don't mention the first one.
And at least if you didn't cry in this one, then it was better than your last. So
Have they done the weigh-in or the perceived weigh-in?
Perceived weigh-in.
Okay,
So
so
the
yeah,
official weigh-in happens in like.
no, it is. He's already waiting.
Oh, he's already weighed in. He has.
Yeah.
36 hours.
It's early.
It's
huh?
a 1 p.m. weigh they had. Yeah.
That's so much better.
So good luck to AJ. Hopefully.
Yeah, look, I hope he does does well. He's definitely good, like who knows what he'll bring, but he's good. He's good. He's fighting a debut, so
He's got-
You don't know the other what the other guy's going to try and...
It's hard to tell, right? But
AJ will try and grapple. I think, obviously.
AJ's got a lot of
Got
going.
nice hip tosses.
Yeah.
Did he say that? Did he throw? He didn't throw you, did he, Sal?
Oh,
man?
shit out of
Don't, if you try and defend yourself,
You're
just
an actual
leave
dog
it.
with
If you try and defend yourself,
How can you
it's
try
going
and
to make it
spin
look
this?
worse.
Yeah, all right.
You try and defend
AJ hip tossed me. He's going to do really well.
I
this weekend.
swear to God.
Swear on
The
Carl-
bantamweight.
Swear on
Amateur that's
Carlton's
done.
win tonight.
I swear on Carlton's win tonight.
get it, you're a liar.
I'm pummeling. I turn. Sarmad's on the floor after
That
AJ
did happen.
tossed him.
That did
That's
happen.
all.
You know why?
Don't defend it, bro.
Because
He's
I can't
56 kilos.
Well, it's only 61. He's bantamweight, not
Jack's
66.
like, all right, guys, we're just pummeling. I'm like, all right, cool, pummel. And then all of a sudden he goes, boom, boom.
Go AJ.
Which
that
case,
still shouldn't-
I respect the hustle. I
Okay,
respect the
question.
hustle.
If you're just pummeling with Larry, right?
Yeah.
Do you reckon if you're just pummeling, you'd be able to hip toss him?
If you didn't know, yeah, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'm going to try and sneak one in on it.
I don't reckon you could sneak one in on him.
I'll
if you're
sneak one in
pummeling.
on him.
Tonight,
Tonight.
we're going to do. Hey,
Just
Larry,
start.
can you? We'll just do some pummeling to
Pummel
warm
with
up.
Sarmad, and I'm
And
just
then-
gonna
And when you don't throw him, or he pancakes you and beats the shit out of you, I'm going to just be
walk
going,
out
he
of
tried
here.
to dog you, Larry. And then you just beat him.
Larry's too nice and sparring to fucking...
Larry is super nice and sparring.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
He understands his weight, that
We'd
he
all
has
be in
weight
some
more.
trouble.
Yeah.
I wonder
He's a
how.
powerful man.
I wonder if he does get hard rounds. You know, when
reckon
the
him
other
and
boys
Freddie?
are in. Yeah, him and
Him and
Freddie.
Freddie crack?
Yeah, I think they throw reasonably. I think.
Can heavyweights crack? Like, are they like?
I think it was
Because they can
reason.
still knock each other out just as easily as they can.
Even
knock
like
anyone
occasionally, I
else
still
out,
get hit by Larry and go, "Oh, that had a bit in it." You know, or his leg kicks.
Well,
even
that's
when-
what. Last week was the first time I'm like, okay, so Larry's fighting, so
Yeah.
I'll try and push a pace.
Yeah.
And then I've never actually pushed a pace on Larry before
Yeah.
out of fear, but then I'm like, all right, let's do
Yeah.
it. And I pushed the pace and he started cracking me with leg kicks. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, we're on.
I went like 1 for. Well, actually, it probably wasn't 1 for 1 with Real. I mean, leg kicks, and I was like, That's all right. And then I did the same with Larry one night, and Saturday morning I couldn't really get out of bed. I couldn't it was no, he's got a really heavy but even when he's not throwing them hard, you're watching the kick come in, like him say you're not out of position, you're not in a position to really check, and you go, I'll just brace. It's not going to be, and then you're like, that hurt way more than I thought that it was gonna.
It's actually funny when he's trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Like the rhythm it gets thrown at.
Yeah.
It's like it puts you off and it hits.
Yeah, well, you'll check and come down and then and you're like,
Yeah, because he's trying to be nice. Like,
do you think heavyweights, like Larry obviously spars with some big boys, also spars with the welterweights and middleweights. Do you think that's really beneficial for him?
I think so, because Larry moves really well for a heavyweight. Like he's quick and agile and, because I still think you can move with you can't do hard sparring. Like we can't grab a bantamweight and go, let's go hard.
But you can kind of
hip toss.
roll
the
footage.
No, go a bantamweight. But you try and work on your speed and agility. I don't think you need some rounds with bigger bodies and stuff. I mean, I still find you can give Larry work in the grappling or whatever. If you get on top, it's hard to get on top of him, but when you do. If he gets on top of you, it's a hard day. I'd like to see you try your lat drop.
Honestly,
and fuck that up.
Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but at least when he shoots on me, it's like getting hit by a train.
That video of you tackling. I actually just show that to random people all the time because I find that. Actually,
can we roll that on this? Actually, because
which one?
The one where Larry spear tackles me.
Oh, yeah.
It was the funniest thing. I tried to it was back in summer, and it was like the floor was drenched, and I go to kick him, and I'm like trying to get my feet.
It looked like a full rugby tackle because he was wearing an All Blacks top that night too. And it looked like that he would.
Did he play rugby?
I don't think
That's why the Persians don't play
Did
rugby.
he get on your legs, or was that like a full upper?
No, it was just straight up, just rugby
shoulder
tackle.
charge.
Yeah. And I thought he looked at that. He's like, oh, he's slipping around. I'll let him get his balance. He's like, nah. Today
we got to put that on the that clip better be playing when we do the podcast.
That's awesome. So Larry's a beast.
Can you put stuff on that big screen behind us, or is Diellon locked inside?
It was.
That's what I was thinking.
Are you connected to this screen?
Can do both, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Now we're talking. Can you not cover 2-time, please?
Also, I tried taking this all down, but apparently I've signed all my.
No, you didn't. No. You made us put
my
this up in the
I
first.
don't know what you're talking about. So Ruckmanov's right up there.
Yeah.
See, Kevin Holland's ranked 13. Ian Gary's.
He's ranked 11.
Oh no, he's 11. I'm wrong. Well, there you go.
The Sean Brady fight, I think, is still. But
Luke, I'd pay money to see.
But you know what? If Dalla beats Holland, he probably goes to 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Gilbert Burns, nice guy. So actually, the one funny story from the weekend was, very obviously dark moment is they gave Jack the whistle,
Green
the whistle, and he was up and about when that was happening. And then when he was out the back on the stretcher, because his elbow went back in, but he was obviously hit the whistle. And then why I thought of that was Gilbert Burns came up and went, "You're okay, bro," and Jack just ignored him and gave nothing, because he just didn't. But then they yelled out "fighter on the move." So when they were about to walk out, they yelled "fighter on the move," and then Jack's going, "Fighter on the move!" He starts screaming at the top of his voice, always on the stretcher. And then he starts and it's Carlos Ulberg coming out. And then he started going, "Carlos Ulberg!" But Carlos is literally on his walk out, sort of went to go, "Are you okay?" Right, and then he's screaming his name and yelling "Fighter on the move."
He's all right.
Yeah, it was a little bit. What do you think? But then at that stage, Gilbert Burns came up to sort of see if he was doing all right. And
everyone says he's a really good guy.
He actually seems like a really nice dude, Gilbert.
At top 5 in the welterweights.
By the way, Carlos Ulberg, did he look good? Fuck.
Yeah.
He's now on 5 or 6 in a row.
He's really on the biggest win streak in the light heavyweight division.
Is he ranked now? Where's he?
He should be ranked.
Is he not ranked?
He's got to be ranked.
Maybe it has
No,
it's been updated.
fuck.
No.
That's who's there? Alonzo Men. He should fight Menfield next. The guy who beat Krupp.
That'd be a good fight. Or Reyes.
Reyes has really dropped down. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't won for a bit, has he? He's won one in his last 4 or 5. Considering how close he was to John Jones, and then from that point in time,
Is Chimaev booked right now?
Paulo Costa.
Paulo
is that
Costa?
actually
Yeah,
locked?
that's locked.
And
Like
that's
in a
that's a
couple
middleweight.
weeks. That's a middleweight. So Hamzat goes out of the welterweight rankings.
Yeah.
The winner of Costa and Chimaev probably gets. That's hard now because does Izzy get the rematch?
Jared
Does
Cannonier
Dricus-
was at the UFC.
He weighed in.
Weighed in and
Do
everything.
you reckon he
yeah.
got a decent purse weighing in?
I
They
have
get
no
a little
idea.
something, right? Sure.
You to fly all the way down.
Cut weight.
Yeah, because he was cutting like it was there on the weight cut day. It'd be such a weird.
He weighed
feeling
in.
going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Do
Are
I
they all
really
good?
have to make it?
Do you really
Imagine
have
if it's like a hard weight cut too. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's good at middleweight? That Imavov, number
Yeah.
12.
All right, so whose collie is it? Ooh, let's go. Let's get this going.
Oh, what's that?
He's a Sarmad.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
The
having nice
grappling
ears.
matches your ears.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you like the fact that your grappling doesn't match your ears, or do you wish
Well, I
that
don't
there
know.
was?
That's
I
just,
know, I
that
don't-
must be a good representation of his grappling, right?
What's that? That I don't. I just tap
We just-
like
we
a
just
girl
don't-
when someone grabs my head.
Nah,
Like,
we just don't get put in those positions.
yeah. I'm like,
That's
no,
that's,
no, that we'll clip that, and then we'll get some footage tonight.
I'm gonna jump on the Volders train for that one.
That's a very
fuck.
feminine ear.
I'm on Volders.
Fuck, I can't see shit.
Yeah.
Undefeated
Can you put it
professional
on the
hex fighter.
screen behind?
Harry, pull your Oh,
I actually-
no, I reckon that's Harry.
Nah,
I reckon it's Harry.
I think there's some.
Turn that.
nah, it's not.
No, it's not.
Nah,
Okay.
nah. It's a bit more fucked
not
up.
how there's no
Brown
dark-
hair.
the
Hold
dark
on, there's hair in it.
Is that?
Oh, that's Jenko.
Is it?
That's Jenko. I locked that in.
The curl for the perm.
Yeah.
Alright, let's
I
go,
locked
Jenko.
that
Let's go,
in.
Jenko.
Jenko? It's a Dal.
Oh, is it really?
Bro,
Oh,
Is it really?
Old pierced earrings.
Ah, yeah, should have known.
Second year.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Connor. That's Connor.
Connor, yeah.
That's Connor.
You can
The
tell there's
freckles.
A ginger tinge to it. Is it Connor?
It is
Yeah, it's
Connor.
Connor.
That's pretty fun.
I got Sarmad.
That's a tough one, this one.
That's not
Joe? Nah.
That's Marlito.
Now, Marlito's got more of like a bowl on top.
That looks like an embryo for my position.
Is that Ritz's ear? I'm going to go with Joe.
Yeah, I'd say Luch has a bit of a thick,
Yeah.
but the outer showing, I feel like Luch's outer ear.
I
is
feel like
bigger.
if that was Lucha's ear, you'd only be able to see the edge.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
I give up. I got
Who we
no
got?
idea.
That is Huzmek.
That's Uzbek. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh God.
That's Ufli.
That's
Khan
Ufli,
Ufli. He's the only one whose ears like. Oh, you know who you needed to get for this? Abdul.
That's speaking of ears that don't represent their grappling.
Wow, that's weird.
That is a very
Thick and veiny.
purple.
Yeah.
Who we reckon?
That Mars's left earlobe.
Yeah, that's mine.
Turn your head. Other side.
Okay, it's my left ear.
Oh, yeah, from the angle. Hold on, go.
No, it's 100% my left ear. I know it's mine.
yeah.
You know why? It's got the scar there.
Okay, there you go.
Someone that
Go on.
Yeah.
looks at themselves in the mirror too much. God, that looks like a grand fart.
That's a.
Wow.
I don't even
That's
wanna-
Joe. That's 100%
Joe.
Joe.
That is a disgusting
That's
looking
Joe.
ear.
That is a. I'm not.
I don't know why I'm so sold. Is that Joe?
That's Lipper.
That's Lipper. Oh my god.
And
That,
last.
that is a man that was born in a trailer.
That's Mars.
That's Mars. That's Mars.
That's a man.
That's a
who,
ball sack.
that's a man who didn't even try to drain his cauliflower.
Bro, I remember he's got bad so fast. We're like 3 months in, and they just fucking.
Blew up. This one's my side boob.
Okay.
Alright,
Oh, there you go.
Last lucky.
Alright.
Top three. I don't
Top
even know.
3 slams. I don't. The only slam I can think
I do
of
it.
is when Namajunas got.
You're going to check on the main screen.
I just don't know if the volume will work.
Did Rose
there.
get slams?
I'll test it.
Yeah, when she lost to Andrade, she was on like a Kimura or something.
When?
Go full screen.
When?
Oh, is
Oh,
that volume
There
working?
you go.
Yeah, yeah.
I
What
called
is
that. I called that.
Oh,
29.
fuck, that was like.
Number 3.
It's pretty hectic.
I'm gonna try this on Sammy when he jumps on my arm again.
Oh my god.
That's fucked. Could have showed a replay.
Oh, fuck, he's...
Was this your idea? Oh, the fact that Sarmad, the most unathletic, no, not unathletic, the most.
Look at this. One arm. Who's your daddy?
Hold on. His arms are locked. Go back.
Look, he said,
Go back.
Go back.
Is
this on YouTube?
No, go back.
Look at his left arm.
Go back to the start. Look, he's got the two hands together. There we
No,
go.
then he halfway, he goes, don't need it.
And I
Let's
jumped.
To put into context how impressive that is, do we have the footage of Sarmad doing the what were you showing us? That rock, the
Cats land on their feet. That's what I can say.
Do you remember
That
the
was your
session?
ass. You definitely
That's
had
close
it.
enough.
Do you remember the session? You were
I
showing
can't
that
remember.
but do you
I remember like having a moment of what's wrong
the
with
roll
this?
forward,
Like
the
just a roll forward,
the roll forward from like
a shoulder roll. Like
It was-
being
no,
in a
it was-
it was a
Montana or
shoulder
something.
roll. It was a fucking shoulder roll.
It was the DAS defense, right?
Oh, like right, backwards roll over.
Yeah,
the
backwards
shoulder.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, whatever, guys. I was like, top 3 slams. That's a pretty of a random segment. For
Yeah.
Is that live on YouTube?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Can we'll
Let's
share
rack
the
up
link.
some views.
Yeah. We'll give it
big
to a
shout
man,
out, big
Cheery.
shout out to Emil.
Yeah.
I can't believe Will Lou got like a perfect 4-piece
Oh,
montage of that. I don't think
How
I've
much did you pay him, Simo?
seriously.
What's that?
Just a little.
I will. That's going to be on a t-shirt at some stage.
That's my
graphic
fighter
rip.
support shirt.
yeah.
I'm gonna take Kev's fight name. Should be Sarmad.
Edge Jahanara. I don't think many people.
That's actually pretty. That would be cool. Like a different take on a name instead of what.
Yeah.
You know what you do to people. It's what gets done
What
to
gets
you.
done to you.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Oh, that's just about time to wrap it up.
Well, thanks for listening in.
Thank you. Let's go, baggers.
Guys.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us.